All right, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Got a kind of a funky setup going on today, but it's all good. I'm gonna try to keep up with everything that's going on in the chat, all that stuff, with the help of my trusty second monitor, the iPad Pro down here below the monitor. It's kind of wacky. I'm gonna buy a second monitor really soon, actually, but as we are yet to move to our new house, only a few more days. Uh, but that's gonna have to wait until we get everything set up, like the desk and all that stuff. I'll be pretty stoked to get to a new type of I don't know, environment. Let's see here. Gonna go down to the little area here. All right. Let's see. Okay. Doing good. Stats. Good. Let's see. Docs. Okay, cool. I think we're all good here. All right, I'm just going to get to it, guys. So, if you're watching this post stream, I'm super stoked because I got a new drawing tablet and I'm super happy with it. And in fact, I'll talk a little bit more about that when I feel like some more participants have entered the chat. But it's a Huion Inspiroi 2, the large size. And so far, I'm really digging it. It's so much. I don't know. The drawing experience is a lot better than what I'm used to and what I expected. So it's really cool. I'm just gonna draw some fun stuff. Yeah. So I'll just get into it, and then if I see some people chatting, I'll chat you guys up. Hey, Stream Dr. Duck, you made it in. Nice to see you, man. Yo. Oh, Stream Doc Duck, this tablet is pretty sweet. Um, Overall, I'll say this. So what I've noticed so far is that, yeah, man. Oh man. Um, what I'm noticing so far about this thing is that, actually, let me go a little bit lower on that. Here's what I think is going on, and again, I haven't bothered to look at the specs, but my senses are telling me that let's try this one for a little while. My sensors are telling me that it probably has a higher report rate than the XP Pen and a lower initial activation force, if that makes any sense. So there's kind of a trade-off, but let me show you the driver. Check the driver out. Actually, Stream Doc, the texture, yeah, okay, so it's almost identical. It's almost identical, but something about the way this pen is just okay. Look, now that I've got somebody here, we're going to talk about this before we get into any drawing because I think it's so interesting. All right, well, just wait one second. I'm going to pull out the old XP Pen PA1. First of all, one thing to note on the XP Pen Deco Pro is that it's huge compared with the size comparison with this one. I mean, okay, so like this Huion can fit the entirety of the tablet on the drawing surface of the XP Pen Deco Pro, right? So that's one thing. The texture is nearly identical. I mean, the difference is very subtle. Yeah, but let me show you something. Let me, guys, man, I feel bad because like you know, there's a little bit I'm conflicted a little bit because I mean, I drew on this thing for like a year and a half now, right? Like pretty regularly, and you know, granted, I was terrible at using it because I have never really drawn on a tablet before, but I got used to it, and I realized how good it is for my neck and my back, and so that's when I started really getting interested in like sort of diving deeper into the tablet stuff. But so check this out. I'm gonna see if I can't get it close to the camera so you can see it really well. Okay, so this is the XP Pen PA1. It's a beautiful stylus, and it feels good in your hand, and there's nothing wrong with it. Okay. However, going back and forth between my iPad and this stylus, I would always get a little frustrated at this situation with this nib here. Check out the retraction on it. Let me see if I can get it. Okay. It's really hard. I don't want to. I keep moving it out of the way. I got to hold it against my skin there so you can see it. The retraction on it is very deep, and it wiggles quite a bit. I mean, it's not terrible, but it has this sort of joystick-ish feeling. And again, I don't take it. It's not like outrageous. It's actually, it's very minor. So it's not like this thing is like wiggling all around. However, this nib is much more stable than this nib. I mean, they're super similar. I just feel like this one's moving closer towards being a little bit more comfortable this somehow for me personally. So maybe it's just a preference thing. But this nib on this thing, it feels much more stable than this one somehow. I don't know if it's because the nib is actually shorter. If you look at the nibs, the nib on the this one's it's called the PW110. It's very short and stubby and kind of like cone shaped, whereas this one is like a needle shape. So whatever it is, the differences between these two, I prefer this one. You know, and like if it's like a Pepsi, you know, Coke challenge, I prefer this one. The feeling of it, you know what I mean? Like if I was blind and I was having to do it, but yeah, like I don't know, it's just good, and it's what I was looking for, so I'm pretty happy with it so far. Oh, you have the Canvas 22 Plus? How's that etched glass? How's that etched glass? I'm really curious about that. I wanna. I'm okay. So I haven't got up the courage. I haven't built up the courage to buy a display, a tablet or a drawing display. But that's the one I've got my eye on, especially now after using this. Yeah. How is that? The drawing surface. I'm gonna put this back in the box. She's a good pen. She's a good pen. I don't want to. I'm not dogging XP Pen at all. I cherished this. I actually check this out. This was the original pen, right? And this is like what's left. This is the guts of my Frankenstein one that I made when I tried to alter it. I bought another one and tried to alter it. Anyway. Yeah. I tell you, I've heard nothing but good things about the Canvas 22 Plus. There's several people, both subscribers and like on Instagram too, People have said that that is just a super nice drawing display that a lot of people seem to favor. So um, I'm very interested in it. I'm just gonna get loose and see what comes out. I drew this weird fish creature thing the other day. Or, well, it's not exactly. It wasn't like exactly a fish creature. It was more like a sort of a weird gnome creature. I saw that new drawing kit that Frankentube put out, the El Malo. Looks pretty cool. He's always got something up his sleeve. That guy. Um, that one's pretty cool. I like here's the only thing about Frankentune that I have a hard time with for me personally is like when I use his stuff, which I have a few of his kits, I feel like my artwork looks like his artwork. Does it make sense? I don't know. But I think he's a creative genius for to be sure. Ah, you get eye strain working on it for more than a few hours? I would think that. See, I always had this idea that I always had this idea that oh no, I won't beat. I always had this idea that working on a big monitor like that, a big display monitor or drawing display would make it more, I don't know, comfortable. Wait, does what? Okay, Decepticon. Does what have dark mode? Kind of confused about that question. Yeah, man. Um, I've got this weird setup right now. I don't normally draw with the monitor this high. I've got the iPad beneath my monitor, and I've got it up on the old the vase mount. But so I don't normally like look up like this while I'm drawing, but I usually look like straight ahead. It's so much more comfortable, and I'm getting much better than this. Yeah, Decepticon. I just prefer using light mode. I mean, is the light mode bothering you? Yeah, Affinity has dark mode. I'll just show it to you. I like dark. I like light mode. Let's see. Settings. User interface. Dark. Uh-oh. Sorry. I wonder what happened there. Maybe there are probably a bunch of bugs going on. Oh, that's sad. Report. Send to Apple. This isn't going to be the best sales pitch for Affinity Publisher. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know why, man. Okay, I agree, Decepticon. There is something very there's. I mean, it's kind. I don't know, but I see. I grew up in the Windows 95 era. Like, I'm sort of getting burned out on everything having a dark mode. That's just me personally. But yeah, I mean, dark mode's super sexy. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it looks nice. I just sometimes I'm burned out on it. So ah, thanks, brother. I yeah, well, let's see if we can crash it again. Oh man, I'm sorry, Affinity. I know you guys are working hard. I'm just I'm doing my thing. Oh, snap. Yeah. All right. Let's see if I can't remember what I just did before I got into that. It was like this guy. He looks like this. He's got. I wanted to get that Frankentoon nose in there. He does these noses like this. They're cool. It's a tropey kind of thing from some cartoony styles. I really like it. It's cool. I don't normally do it myself, but I'm just kind of it's the freshest thing on my mind because those ads were hitting me hard this weekend on the Instagram and on the email and on the YouTube and all that. Yeah, like it's weird. I the dark mode stuff. Like one day I was just sort of like I realized it just all of a sudden. I was looking at I was in the settings and I was like, oh, this thing has a light mode, and I was like, that's unusual because these days dark mode's kind of the standard. Oh, this thing is not as loose as my other drawing. I don't really like it. It's kind of a weird looking Yoda creature thing, but with a really long neck. It's got to have a long neck for some reason. Let me see if I can't get even looser and improve this. Hey man, I mean, working working, more than 3 hours at a time on anything will give you eye strain, right? I mean, the other day, the last stream we did, like last Saturday, I I was having severe eye strain near the end of the stream, and we streamed for over 2 hours that day. I don't know what this thing is. It's like it's not quite an avatar creature. I don't even know. I kind of like where this is going though, so I'm gonna stick with it, and then maybe get rid of this stuff, shrink this down a little bit. No, we'll go back to my. We'll go back here. We'll go to show as. We don't want to show as a list. We'll show it as a palette. Oh man, how's the week treated you guys? Everybody doing okay? Let's see here. I'm gonna draw with a thicker pencil. Okay, that's much better somehow. For some, I don't know, for the vibe that I'm getting. Just lean back a little bit. Nice. This thing has like this kind of a deer in the headlights look. I'm kind of digging it. Maybe he doesn't know what he's looking at. All right. Have any of you guys ever seen that there's a movie, it's a French animation called Fantastic World. Have any of you guys ever seen that? Man, if you haven't seen it, just go find it on the internet. It's all over the YouTubes and the Daily Motion and stuff like that. It's pretty intense. Heck yeah, Decepticon, that's the way to go. I like that name too, Decepticon. You guys got sweet YouTube names. I'm like, one of these days I may rebrand and like come up with something cool. I Okay, so it's this weird I'm not sure. Okay, don't quote me on this, but I was under the impression that Mobius had something to do with it, like some of the concepts or something like that. It's like there are humans, but they're owned like little pets, like ants. They're the size of ants, and like these giant blue aliens that like meditate and change their forms and stuff. They like give the humans to their children to play with as playthings, and they've got these little shock collars on so the humans do what you want them to do. It's a wild animated. It's wild. And it's got a bunch of weird looking creatures and such in it. So if you ever get the chance, check it out. It's pretty crazy. Let's see. I kind of like this guy. I think I might throw some ink on this. I could go for a vector thing, but man, I gotta tell you, last weekend's stream made me realize how much more I need to work with vector tools to get a little bit better. It's been a while. I've been really focused on the comic book stuff lately. So like every time I see a drawing, I just want to give it some holding lines and then start in with the YRB colors. Let's see here. Hey, thanks, man. See, that's what I'm worried about, Decepticon. I feel bad. I wonder sometimes if I don't want to piss Affinity off, like what if they look at my channel and they're like, huh, this guy's riding our coattails and he like changed his name to Foster Affinity. Maybe they don't like that too much. I don't know. Like they've never said anything to me about it, but you know, part of me was a little bit worried about that, but I was really inspired at the time, so I decided to stick with it. Gonna rasterize this sketch. Yeah, no, this is my channel. Man, I think I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna do my thing today. I'm not feeling super confident about vector stuff. I may do some colors with vector. That might be fun, but I'll do some regular inking today. Keep it real loose. Oh man, let me show off this before I get into the inking. Another thing that I like about this tablet. Check this out. Hold on. This one's for you, Decepticon. Wait a minute. General. We're going dark. We're going dark mode. Okay. This thing is so sweet, right? First of all, the interface is really nuts. And check this out. So I've got three different levels of hotkeys that I can create. And isn't it interesting? Because it's like I can go paintbrush for Affinity Photo. This vector shape, I can put all my Affinity designer shortcuts in here. And then here, I can have this for whatever I want, do publisher stuff with it, export persona stuff with it. I can program all this. So it's pretty intense. It's pretty awesome. I really like it. And then on top of that, another thing I like a little bit more about this as opposed to the XP Pen is this. The pressure settings offer me a chance to set the curve with two different parameters for the sensitivity. The XP Pen only offers one. So you're limited in the pressure curve that you're able to program. But with this Huion, you can program the curve with two different parameters for the pressure, which I did not know, you know. So I was very happy to figure this out when I first downloaded it and started sort of setting it up. It's really cool. But yeah, like I think this thing is built for Affinity, especially with these three modes here. I haven't set it all up yet because I'm still trying to decide like how I want to get into it. These are the default settings, but yeah, I don't know. It's pretty dope. Let's see, where's space bar? There it is. I think I want to just move space bar today somewhere up here, maybe. Let's move it. Let's move it right there for. Actually, maybe that's fine. I'll just leave it where it is. I'll just let it lie. All right, cool. Hey, thanks, Stream Doc Duck. I hope that's how they feel about it. Man, I don't know. I love to keep their favor. I really like those guys. I mean, they're all around. Most of the people that I've met or at least even interacted with that works for the company, they're super personable and like really nice and just all around like laid back and and very passionate and committed about what they're doing, and they don't. One thing I really appreciate about them as a company is that like they don't get like hyper politicized about anything. They're not like trying to spread some weird message or anything like that. Like I've never heard them talk about politics or anything weird, and it's just kind of like they're all about artists and providing artists with tools. And every time you go to Affinity Spotlight and like check out what they're getting into, it's always like this really cool stuff. There's like really cool artists they're supporting and showcasing, and it's just awesome. I really appreciate that about them. Like, these days it seems like everybody's just in your face all the time about something, and it's too much. It's too much. Let's see. Just trying to be loose, like find some fun lines to appreciate. I don't know what this guy's expression is. I don't even know if this is a guy. It's just a creature. Oh, I know what I can do. This is something I really want to do real quick. I need to program the pen. I want this to be. Okay, so here's another cool thing I love about the Pixel Brush. If you haven't used it much, keyboard key, command. Oh, yeah, cool. So I can just hit enter. Oh, no. All right, let's try that one more time. Command. Okay, cool. And then this, I want to make this precision mode. That's another thing I like about this. I tried out precision mode the other day. Precision mode is sweet. Like, I really dig it. Decepticon. I don't know when Affinity. Okay, so here's what I know about Affinity, what their pattern is from the past. Okay, they always have a sale. If they win an award, or if they hit like a certain if they hit like a certain mark, I guess like, as in terms of reach or sales or something, they'll have like a sale event. They won a couple of awards recently. Like, I mean, I guess last year, maybe it was, man, time. I don't have a good concept of it anymore. It's all melting together. They had won some awards when Affinity Designer one was being updated a lot, and it got really popular, and it was all over the place. And you know, they keep featuring it in these Apple like little mini featurettes. Oh, here's what I was wanted to do with the. You can hold Command while you're working with the pixel brush to erase. I really like that. But yeah, they have sales when that kind of stuff happens. They have sales near the holidays like Christmas and Black Friday and things like that. And then I bet you there are a few other holidays that they have some sales uh, around those times as well. In the past, it was always near the holidays that they had sort of sales that I noticed. I bought my first copy of Affinity Designer on iPad on sale, I think. I got it for $10, which changed my whole world. Man, I just love the way this thing draws. I couldn't get this level of control with my XP pen. Oh, that's a little bit too close to the head. I think like it needs to come off the side like this. This thing is not, it's not, I'm just using my mistakes as kind of like I'm improvising with them. Maybe this thing's ears have been roughed up quite a bit. Maybe it has some you know. I think it's weird how my Keystroke Pro wants to call Command the A key. That's kind of weird. They have a sale. Oh, yeah, I've seen that. I mean, man, Clip Studio Paint, I've used it a little bit. I'm just so addicted to Affinity's interface. I find it, I don't want to break away, you know? I don't want to give up the goat on the old Affinity there. Let me see. Can I? Okay. Hey, thanks a lot, Decepticon. I'm getting better at it. I love the old inking. I could it's my favorite sort of part of the process, I think. I think I go a little too far sometimes. I was listening to some uh, stories about people hanging out with like Alex Toth, and Alex Toth said he would get annoyed with people, you know, especially like people doing line work and stuff because they go crazy and they want to add all these details, and he insists that the further away you are from subjects, the less detail you should be able to discern as the viewer. So like when he sees like a guy standing 20 feet away, but you can see like the whiskers on his face, it's a little bit outside of the scope of what you would really be able to see, and it kind of destroys it for him. But this is reported speech. I don't have any proof that he said anything like this. But I think about that, and I think that makes a lot of sense. Oh, precision mode. Precision mode operates much more smoothly on this device than on other devices. And basically, to me, this is better than Affinity's stabilizer. Like, the control that I'm getting is so comfortable. It wasn't like this with my XP Pen. Man, I feel bad. I'm really dogging on XP Pen today, but I think they make some cool stuff. I just this thing's kind of a revelation for me. And then I just click that off on my pen. We're good to go. Oh, I saw that. How's the pen on that Decepticon? Yeah, this is Inspiroi 2L, man. I'm loving it. Okay, I like this. I don't know what this thing is, but I like it. Let's see. I feel like it needs some more something. I'm gonna add another pixel layer and just kind of freestyle for a little bit. It feels like it needs like some kind of like some kind of action up here, like some kind of feathers or something like that. I don't know what this thing is. It's like half fish, half bird, half cow, whatever. I don't know. Ah, you use a Wacom. What's your Wacom model? Wacom, 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 Sacom, Wacom. Let's see here. Oh man, that sucks. Is it an older model? Intuos Pro PTH 660. Man, with the numbers, it's all like jumbled in my head. I've seen. I got a good idea. Is it the one with the Intuos Pro? I want to say I have seen it, like a picture of it, but I that's not an honest report because I can't see it in my head very clearly. Yeah, I was gonna say like maybe the next sale that's gonna happen. I don't know. Maybe they'll have a summer sale, like a summer sale, right? Stream Doc Duck. I don't know. Man, I'm bad at that kind of stuff. All right, I'm gonna switch over to the old. Okay, let's see the master. I want to tag the master so I don't mess with it. Oh, you can't tag the master. That's new for me mentally. It's all right. Let's see. Turn off the sketch. I keep messing around with the ooh, sorry. I keep messing around with the caps lock because I love that the crosshairs rather than the whatchamacallit, the circle. I hate the circle thing. Let's just merge this down. No, 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 no. That's weird. I don't. I'm gonna go with this for right now and see what comes to me once I get color in here. Cool. Yeah, I would say hold out for a summer sale. I'm not sure. I mean, man, but can we all agree Affinity's pricing model is absolutely heroic? Like, um, can you? Okay, so what's going on with Clip Studio Paint right now? I remember that there was like a big fiasco with Clip Studio Paint where there were a lot of people really upset and angry about what was going on with Clip Studio Paint. Um, how they were basically, having some kind of weird subscription upgrade scheme, and people were really upset. I mean, I don't know the details of it all, but I'm looking for a very specific color, by the way. That's why I'm having trouble with this right now. I'm looking for it's Y3R4B2. Y3R4B2. I wish there was oh, there is. Nice. I forgot about that. See, I'm not used to working on the desktop. That's another cool thing about this system. I see. So is it right? Am I right? You can buy Clip Studio Paint and own it, but if you want to update, you got to pay a subscription. You got to join a subscription to get constant updates. Can't Why don't they just do like Affinity is talking? Affinity laid out their roadmap in the forums. They are like, hey, we're gonna update this all the way until we reach the point where we're ready to go for 3.0. And once that happens, 3.0 is going to be a paid upgrade. I think that's so reasonable. I will buy it every time. Every time I'll buy it. It doesn't matter. Like that's reasonable. And then I get free updates on that. I mean, as long as they're like, look, I mean, it could be a year. You never know how long it's going to take them to get to the next iteration. But I'm saying it's perpetual. Gosh, that's crazy. How can they do that? I don't know. I just think that's a real bad move. I don't know. But maybe there are people out there that just these days everything is like everyone's you got to watch your feet, because it seems like people are jumping out of closets trying to attach shackles to everybody. It's crazy. My wife and I are moving into a new house. Let me tell you, oh my gosh, people come out of the woodwork trying to get you to like sign contracts to buy like different kinds of furnitures and like appliances, and they're like, they want you to sign these. I don't even want to go into it, man. It gets depressing. There are some cool people out there, don't get me wrong. They're all just and I think a lot of people are just out there doing their jobs. But yeah, the subscription model stuff gets a little bit depressing. Can I ask Decepticon, what do you mainly do? Do you publish? I mean, do you use like the built-in comic templates, and are you doing like manga and stuff like that? With see, here's my thing, man. Like, I feel like I don't know what you're doing with Clip Studio Paint. If you're doing like traditional Western comics, it doesn't even really matter. I'm saying like I feel like a lot of illustrators right now are sort of missing out because personally, while the interface may be different and some of the specialized tools may be absent in the Affinity Design Suite, I think Affinity Designer, and I mean, even just Affinity Designer alone can at least hang with stuff like Clip Studio Paint and Medibang Pro. And then when you add like a complete like suite subscription in there, and then you're talking about getting all that's available to you in photo and publisher, I think the Affinity Design Suite could easily replace Clip Studio Paint, especially the way that the rate at which they're developing like new stuff and new tools, and they're just constantly trying to improve things. I mean, that's another thing about it. Like, and I love how they opened up the live beta program where it's like, I think it's a smart move. A lot of people are saying some nasty stuff about it. They're like, yeah, Affinity wants to, use us as free unpaid beta testers. And I'm like, hey man, you're getting to take an active part in shaping the software. Like, what's wrong? I mean, I don't know. I guess a lot of people, they really want to get out of Adobe's, stranglehold. So they're frustrated. And I think that's what causes some of the anger. So like, Affinity's not there yet, and they're like, oh, then they don't want to, they don't have time to listen to any and we're working on it or anything like that. They just want to get out now, but they can't. So it's frustrating, I think. I see lots of frustration in the forums. That's right. That's right. I agree, Stream Doc Duck. I have no idea what goes on at the the big league level with Affinity. I'm sure that they've, man, you imagine how like tough they got to be, like bringing their company up against a bunch of titans. I mean, they're slugging it out, dude. Uh, I'm gonna be in their corner until the great financial collapse that destroys the world. Like if we ever come to that, I hope to God we never come to that. But I'm just saying. It's like a baseball team for me at this point. I just want to see them win. This Decepticon, what kind of book are you gonna make? Like just an illustrated like graphic novel, or guys? I'm just having some fun with my nodes, node nudging. I think so too. I just think the interface is so nice, man. Like a lot of other interfaces just really rub me the wrong way. Like they're all messy and like cluttered and ugly and just Affinity's balancing everything, like it's not perfect, but it's so beautifully arranged, and they put so much thought into the arrangement of everything, and being like the way we can, what we can do with the studio windows and things like that. It's just like it's so comfy. Oh, sorry guys. I forgot that if I move it, it goes behind. This guy. Huh? This guy is killing me right now. This. All right. Here's one for the wish list, fellas. Um, I wish that when I draw with the pencil, I wish I could change the cursor. I don't like this weird pencil cursor. Hear me out. I feel as though the pencil's angle weirds me out a little bit. I would much rather be able to just change to the old crosshairs, like with the other brushes. Let's uh let's see about. I see. Graphic novel with a lot of graphics and on every second page text. Nice. Yeah. I bet you publisher could. And check this out. Decepticon. Here's okay. Um I showed Doc Duck this last time. Here's the great thing about working with publisher. I don't know if you can do this in CSP, but into you can embed documents into publisher documents and into any document for that matter. Photo affinity, photo designer or publisher. Like if I'm working on this illustration and I want this specific illustration to appear in a publisher document, I can just work in this document, and then I can bring this document into my publisher file. Publisher will present it as though it's like an image asset or a drawing, but really what it is, it's a separate document. And then if I click into that, I can open that document and work on it, close it, save some memory, and then publisher's just showing me a representation of what's in that document. And then even you can keep it there even until you decide to publish whatever you're working on. I see. Yeah, that's the thing, man. That's what started a lot of my Affinity stuff. Um, Man, I'm just gonna use some wild colors today. I don't care. I'm just gonna go nuts. Actually, let's just simplify a little bit. That's better. By the way, if you're seeing all the jaggies when I'm closed up, this is like a really tiny document. It's just I'm gonna probably post this to Instagram to try to get the word out about the stream, just to have some fun. Be like, hey, this is what I did on my Saturday sketch stream. But since I drew it with the pixel brush, the jaggies are showing up because I'm super zoomed in. It's like it's 1080 by 1350, 400 DPI. So it's kind of, you know, it's not as high res as it could be. So, but again, like if I zoom out, it's not an incredibly big deal. I don't know what this thing is, but it makes me want to watch some Star Trek. Oh, sorry about that. Maybe we'll do the Frankentoon thing and color the nose. I'm getting like this weird, I'm getting this weird vibe right now. All right. Is this guy like some sort of Orco? Is there an Orco vibe about to go down right now? Or a Modulok, like a He-Man thing? Is that what's about to go down? I kind of think it is. What about this? With a red nose? Okay, I got a story about Photoshop, guys. I mean, okay, man, this really made me angry. In college, I didn't have much money, but I saved it pretty well. And, I was coming out of college and I wanted to make sure that I had, some design software that I could use. And I was thinking of doing other things with it. I wasn't even thinking of drawing stuff. So I can't remember how much I paid, but it was a couple $100. I got a really good discount on it, but I bought like CS5 or CS6 or something like that. Then I didn't really use it that much. And then I go to install it on my MacBook like a couple of years later, and they're saying, "Hey, can't use this version anymore. You can't update it. We won't do anything for you." Like, and at some point, there it just it that's when they started getting everybody to go to subscriptions, and it was just kind of like, no, like, man, it's a dirty world out there, man, with that kind of stuff. I don't know why I'm feeling the red today. We're gonna go red. We're gonna go red, and then we'll go with that blue color for the nose. Where are you? There you are. Let's see, we'll go with the pencil tool. No. We can go with the pen tool. No problem. Oh, I want to turn snapping off. There we go. Cool. No outline. Yeah. Man, I've seen a lot of live streams and a lot of cool videos on YouTube where people are using Krita to great effect. It's a great looking app. I mean, that's there's no reason not to use it. You know what I mean? Um, Whoa, what's going on here? Why isn't that registering? You you so wait a minute. Is Krita free or does it have like a paid version now? I thought Krita was free. Wow. That's high praise. Let's get those lips too. Let's get those lips with like a purple color. It doesn't have to be this purple. Oh, no, I want pencil. There we go. Maybe something a little lighter. Like about like this. Okay, that didn't register, but that's all right. Whatever this guy is weird, but I kind of like it. Close that up. All right. Whatever, man. You're looking pretty rad. Dude, I'm so stoked. A couple of people, you guys, this is awesome. I'm really enjoying the conversation today. Like, I want to talk about this kind of stuff all the time, but I don't really have anybody to talk about it with. So, these days, getting on stream is like, I'm looking forward to it every week, so I can like just get in and talk about some awesome stuff. No. What was that color again? Ooh. So that's Y4 R2B2 Y4 R2B2. So Y4 R2. Just get rid of the no. Just get rid of the B. Yeah, I second that. Man, Affinity Photo is awesome. Let me go to with some. Do I want to go B3? No, I want to go like B. Do I want to go B2? Yeah, I guess I do. No. And for pencil. See if I can't do that a little bit better. Actually, I want to kind of make the tip of the nose like kind of rounded. Like rounded enough that it, like something like that. Okay. And here's another cool thing, man. I'm so digging the okay, so thanks. Well, Decepticon, I'm glad you dropped by. I hope Affinity gains a new customer from this stream. They're the best, man. I don't know. So far, they're the best. Let's see, Command J, duplicate. All right, we're gonna go with. I'm gonna go with gray here. We're gonna go screen. Oh, color dodge is kind of dope. And then what I'm gonna do is gonna select this with the move tool, grab the knife tool, and then just go. And get rid of this part. All right. And then maybe go with a little bit of a transparency on that bad boy. And then here's the thing. You know what you can do? Here's some stuff I've been experimenting with lately, guys. It's like just technique stuff. This is like shop talk. So it's like if you have a shape and you want to like put a transparency gradient on it, but you know, you've got like edges that are not flush. So like you see up here, we've got hard edges. You've got down here, you've got like softer because I'm bringing this to the point where it's softening up. Well, you can like bring it right to the point where it's kind of creating a little bit of a problem with that. But then I can go back in with go back into photo persona, grab some masking brush action from the masking brush selection, like this textured masking brush, and then just go over. Make sure you select your eraser brush, and then select that masking brush as the eraser, and then you can do a textured mask over the fill. It'll mask those hard edges that are left behind by the transparency gradient, but it'll still give you this nice these nice like softer like textured edges. Like you got to be subtle with it, you know what I mean? But I'm doing it like this so you can see sort of, but you can get rid of those harder edges that you don't want to have. Add a little texture in the process. Yeah, man. But I think I've been having a lot of fun like playing with this little technique about masking the gradients. And then if you want to get even more, you know, into it, like maybe grab a different brush, sort of expand on the way the texture develops, and then also drop the opacity down on it a little bit. That way it's not so strong. Like this. I've been playing with that just a little bit lately. And then here, like, I feel like I've kind of messed up, right? Because it's like there's some part of me that wants. I guess that's not so bad. I guess there would be a little bit of a light problem here, but I could do the same thing on the nose highlight too. Let's see. Wait a minute. Where's that nose highlight? There you are. You can just, you don't even need the transparency gradient. I just think the transparency gradient really helps like soften it just a little bit. Like if I were to go back, grab this. There, it gives you a little bit more so that you don't have to go so deep with the masking. You can sort of do some shallow masking. So it's like, it's vector. If I want to change the color, it's so easy now, but I don't have to worry so much with it, you know. I think I'm just going to group those together and just put a single mask on those. Maybe I do need to do some transparency on that. Wait a minute. I think so too, man. You know, I got really caught up in the whole YouTube shenanigans for a while. Like I was getting really like, I don't know. I got to this point where I don't know. I don't want to make tutorials, but YouTube algorithm keeps telling me there's a content gap where tutorials are concerned. And I'm just like, well, that's too bad because I don't want to make tutorials every day. I mean, I'm glad some of my tutorials hit, but I don't know. I just don't want to do it every day. But I feel like if I don't do that, then my YouTube channel will probably stagnate, but I don't know. I hope not. I think so too. Yeah. I feel much better when I make something and get it out. You know, I don't even if it is a video, you know, like but these days what I really want to do is draw. Like that's all I want to really do. So I'm letting myself do that, you know, at the risk of being unpopular or irrelevant. I don't care. All right. I feel like maybe I should change the layer mode on the fill a little bit. Let's go back to this. Let's see what we have when we do add screen. Lighten. I just like bright colors, you know. Maybe just chill it out a little bit like that. That works. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let me see what we can get in here and get in with some what does this need? This might be just the end of a sketch. I've been at it for an hour now. I don't know. I think it needs more. We're going to get in here on a pixel layer and have some fun. Have some fun with this thing. Go back to this guy, this bad boy. First of all, oops. Oh. is this thing like a wet creature, or is it like a, you know, what kind of creature is this? Does it have anything fun on it? Let's go with right. I think that's it. One of my friends told me too. He was like, "Look, man, I can't really give you any advice, but like the kind of person," he just told me that the kind of person you are, he said, "I think you just need to keep making things all the time. Just don't stop making stuff." That he just said, "Don't stop making stuff." And I was like, "Hey, man, that makes a lot of sense, you know? That's the only way I'm going to learn anything. It's the only way anything's going to happen." Maybe this guy is a little shiny somehow. I don't know. There would be like limited shine though. I don't even know where my light's coming from. I'm just having a good time. Maybe he needs some like, maybe he needs some of that special war paint kind of treatment stuff like oh, let's do color dodge again, but let's change it. Maybe this thing's like super tribal. Yeah, man. Stream Duck Duck. Have you ever? I know this is a weird connection to make, but have you ever seen the movie about? Have you ever seen the movie about Jackson Pollock with Ed Harris in it? That's a that's a pretty good one. I just remember that scene where he's like, you know, he was at. Yeah, I can't say it on stream, I guess, but you know, he screams. He didn't like Picasso very much, but I don't know why. It just made me think of that, but I love that movie. Pollock was an interesting character. I mean, I don't know if that movie necessarily represents him with any kind of justice, but I, I it seemed maybe it was a an accurate representation. Oh man, I just painted all that stuff on the wrong layer, didn't I? No, okay, all right, I'm okay. Let's see. Just having some fun with some layer modes. I think I like the old color dodge. Oh man, if you haven't, it's a good movie. It's pretty rad. What is this? How did that get there? Do you see that purple square? What The heck is that? Weird. Some kind of bug. That's weird. Oh, did I draw like a purple square at some point? Weird. Weird. What is that? Get out of here. Go away. How the heck did that happen? I have no idea. All right, get out of here. All right. Well, what else do we got? Does this thing even need shadows? I don't think so. I feel like it needs more light. Let's just have some fun and play around a little bit. I want to go back into vector persona and maybe play around some more with some screening. Or maybe those eyes can be changed to a brighter color. They seem a bit dull, like almost yellowed, like diseased or something. Maybe it needs. Let's see what else we can do. Nope. I don't want to go full-blown yellow. Although it's kind of nice, kind of works. It's got this Orco vibe going on, which is sort of what I was after. What about Y3? That works too. I think the earlier version was a little bit too much. And then I think also the color that I'm using for the tattoo stuff is a little bit wrong. Maybe for this one, I'll put it back to normal. And then what I'll do is I'll use the flood fill tool, find a different color, and start to experiment a little bit. We'll go into photo persona, and I'll turn contiguous off. We'll just try some colors. That's pretty cool. Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I love the idea of like, tribal alien creatures. I remember that opening scene to that J.J. Abrams Star Trek that people really dogged on. It wasn't my favorite, but one of those movies. It was Spock and Kirk, and they went down and they were on this planet and they were trying to grab something from this alien culture, and they were all like painted alien people like this. They were all painted like this. Maybe I was channeling that like subconsciously. Oh, what about this green color? What about a green? Something like this. It's kind of cool. And then what happens when I try to blend it? I kind of like that. Like that kind of looks cool. Maybe it needs to be a brighter green. Maybe they've got some kind of plant that oh, it just keeps getting wider too. I need to be careful. Let's back up a little bit to the beginning. Just keeps getting thicker. What about this guy? Or maybe it's the color of his nose, right? Because like maybe this thing is like, maybe that's the deal with it. Like, that paint is on its nose is just what it is. It's on its nose, and then something like that. Yeah. Okay. Now let's go in and do a little bit of shading, and then maybe call it a day. I don't know. Depends on how you're feeling. It's almost 8 o'clock. I can't. Doing good. It's like an hour and 20 minutes. Hey, Doc Up, the stream is clean. Everything's clean. My setup is clean today. Like, it's weird working this way, but it actually feels pretty nice. I was afraid that the iPad wouldn't hold up as a second monitor, but it's doing really well. It's much easier to keep the OBS down here and then all the stuff happening on the screen upstairs. So it's kind of comfy. I like it. Let's see here. Layer 1, add another vector layer. We got to go back. Vector layer. Let's go in and just we'll add a little bit of purple. And we'll see what happens. Let's go. Pencil tool. This will be set to multiply. I'll bring it down to about 75 for now. Let's see. And for pencil. Use fill. Okay, we're good. No. No, 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 no. We want this. Yes. I'm going in and I'm just throwing stuff in really loose, trying to decide where, like things are gonna lie. Actually, that would. Oh, maybe I can get rid of this. Go back and then do something like this. It's kind of a big nose he has, or it has. I don't even know. That's kind of cool. Sometimes, man, I don't know if it's laziness or if I'm really trying to. Okay, so here's the thing. I don't know. Oh, thanks, Doc. I really appreciate the confirmation. Yeah. I don't know. I'm glad it's working. Sometimes, man, I don't know if it's laziness or what, but like, there's something I like about really getting stupid and loose with like vector drawing tools. Like, I don't necessarily want to go in every time and like, sculpt. I think I'm going to start employing more masking techniques because it really is a very efficient and quick way to do like traditional, like basic comic illustration. I think sometimes the loose paths that I draw out are much more interesting to look at than like super sculpted paths. I mean, that's just an opinion, but yeah. Should have turned on my auto close. That would have been super helpful. Bring you guys down here. I'm gonna I'll have to do another video. I'm gonna sit down one night and just like I need to get some hey, here's a question. Yeah, that's me. I'm kind of These days, I, it's just the idea. I just want to get the idea out of my skull. I don't really want to render, and I don't. Maybe I'm lazy. I think that's one of my main problems as a person. I don't know if I'm lazy. I just think I don't have self discipline. I want immediate gratification. I know it's a problem. I'm really working on it. I'm trying to figure that out. Like how to. I'm trying to figure that out. How to master that part of myself. But yeah, it's I think that's the bulk of humanity right now. It's kind of the way we've been conditioned, actually. I like this little thing that I brought to life, whatever he is. I kind of dig him. Even as surprised and bewildered as he appears. I think renders would only be best in painting anyway. Nothing wrong with not liking rendering. It's yeah. I got to learn it at some point if I want to be like, you know, I don't that's the next problem that I have with all this. I think I just want to create, but there's so much pressure on from every direction to, to earn money. And that was a big problem for me. And I think that's part of the reason why I never, I don't know. I really took a lot of really wrong left turns in my life. And, you know, because I was trying to avoid the simple fact that to survive in this world, you've got to make money. And so I just want to draw and create. And, I never wanted to. Here's what I don't want to do. I don't want to do like maximal style corporate illustrations with like, giant legged women like stomp, like like large stepping over computers and floating coffees and things like that. That's absolutely not what I want to do. You know what I mean? So there's some part of me which has both an admiration for people that can do that at a high level, and then on another level, a complete disdain for it. Um, I don't know if you get me, but yeah, like when I see it, because when I see it, it makes me feel like there's no place for me unless I do something like that, which I absolutely don't want to do. So it's kind of weird. I've had a hang up about that for a long time. I'm not crapping on anybody that's doing that kind of stuff for a job. It's just it's a conflict, that I have. And then people make all kinds of arguments. Well, if if you want to have, if you want to, you got to play the game if you want to win, win the trophy and things like that. So, oh, thanks, Dad. Man, God, I love this tablet, guys. I love this tablet. I'm sorry I forgot about this. I just feel like there's such a strong level of control, like that I normally wouldn't have had. I feel like I'm getting slowly converted to desktop. I hope nobody has a problem with that because I think I'm going to be doing a lot of desktop stuff this year. I don't think I'm going to be playing with the iPad so much. iPad's super useful though. Um, these days, like when I need to make something quick on the fly for work or like I teach sometimes and I have to make some graphics or some posters or some kind of, info stuff for the kids. And it's so easy to whip that kind of stuff up in Designer. It's like, I don't have to mess with, any kind of word processors or anything like that. Like the applications. That's another thing about Affinity Suite, man. It can replace so much of everything out there. Like you could do just standard word processing type stuff in Affinity Publisher just as efficiently and much more comfortably and coolly. Like God, like working like we are all like all the teachers at the school that I work at. We all have our own PCs. And I'm a Mac person, so when I go to work though, I have to use a PC. But it's like God, using PC applications sometimes is such a drag. It's such a pain. And like I really hate Microsoft Word, and I really hate so so many different applications on Windows. I hate it. Absolutely hate it. Can't stand it. Oh, Stream Doc Duck, there's gonna be a review video for sure. I'm too pumped by this thing not to make one now. Like I've got to. I've got to. I'm just so impressed with it. I'm gonna do my best not to. It's not gonna be like a thing where I'm dogging XP Pen or anything weird like that. I really liked that tablet, and I stand by that. Because for me, it was my opinion at the time that it was really good, and I still think it's really good. Like I love the button configuration on that thing. I got really used to it, and even though I wasn't that great at drawing with it with the pen, because I struggled a lot to become comfortable. But at the same time, uh, this thing is doing a lot for me, so I definitely want to do a review. But there I don't know. I mean, it's only been 3 days. Oh, yeah, it's only been 3 days. So I'm still sort of gathering intel in that regard. Um, and yeah, so I can't. I'm not gonna jump into it and just give it like a super glowing review without really vetting it first. I mean, but my first impressions are so far, this thing is super comfy. Here's the thing. I was a PC user all the way until I got to college, and then as part of the program that I was in, because of what we were working with, we had the option to get a Mac computer, like a baseline MacBook, and at the time that was like one of those heavy, like thick MacBooks when they were still like an inch thick, you know. And I got one, and after I got acquainted with the Mac operating system, I never could look back. I was like, oh my God, like why haven't I been? And it's funny too because my mom had a clamshell Mac. My mom does she does a lot of like accounting work and things like that. She does bookkeeping, and she was really keen to get a Mac for her house. So we had one of those colored shell Macs with the colored plexiglass. It was like a green one. We had one, and I played with it and I used it, and actually she got sort of fed up with it because it was having problems with her work computer. She couldn't. There wasn't a lot of file compatibility. Now, mind you, this is like nearly 20 years ago. Yeah, was it 20 years ago? Jesus. Anyway, it was a long time ago, and yeah, man. I got to. It wasn't like that, you know. It was still like it was old school Mac OS, and even I was like, this sucks. Like this is not fun. I didn't see the potential, you know. But yeah, man. These days with iPads, yeah, got to give it up for iPads. I don't know. Now I'm kind of in this weird spot. Wait, I'm kind of in this weird spot now where it's like I I'm really enjoying drawing on a tablet now. Um, so part of me is like when I'm away from my computer, I feel a little sad. Like when I'm away from the desktop, and I'm still using the crap out of my iPad, but I don't know. I had this vision like one day I was talking about it I was talking about it in the Affinity forums. I was like, I had mentioned that, ooh, that's fun. What if I just put this on another level? And then, something like this. And then what if sorry, I got distracted by this situation. But, I had this vision that at some point, if Apple will, okay, I don't know what is the deal with this AR headset stuff. Like, I don't know if that's, I don't want to live in that world. I don't want to live in that world where we're not like that's scary to me, you know? Like, I like devices and I like machines and I like holding stuff. I want to feel something physically. I don't want to like type on air and pretend to touch screens in the air and like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to live in that reality, you know? I don't know. That's just me. Maybe I'm a whiner. But I was kind of disappointed. I was like, that's what you guys have been working on? Like, I was looking for a 27-inch iPad iMac hybrid that I could lean back like a Wacom with with a special mount instead of like a, and so it's like I could slide it down, like scoop it down and draw on it when I needed to, and then scoop it back up and touch it and type like a normal iMac. And like, that would be awesome. Like, I don't want to wear some headset with my eyes being projected onto the front of it, like trying to find a decent room where the crap of my normal life is like cluttering up my AR experience. Like, where am I going to go? You know, like, I mean, so what am I going to do? Like, build an empty office so I can sit in there and like be like, oh, here's this and here's that. And maybe I'm being like very dismissive of it, but that's just my boilerplate response to that AR headset. I don't even know what the thing is called, and yeah, I don't know. I wasn't thrilled when I heard of it. Does that make me a bad person? I don't know. What is going on with that? Oh, it's got the transparency gradient on it. We'll just get rid of that. That's another thing, man. Oh, Stream Doc Duck. I know now that you have also seen the Black Mirror. Am I right or wrong? The Black Mirror series is dope, and that A Million Merits episode was just disturbing as heck. And I'm like, I don't know, man, that was some scary stuff. Let's all right. Let's see what we got here. Mm-hmm. Okay, kind of like that. Here we go. Do, 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 do. Cool. And then we'll just rasterize it because I don't feel like dealing with it. Yeah, I agree. Okay, so like that's one thing I can't deny. Like can't deny that there's like definitely some potential in the technology for sure. I like that's why I know that when I was talking about it, I get to these days I've become very curmudgeonly, you know, like when I see stuff, I'm just like very skeptical and I just see the scam and everything these days. I just see everything as a scam. You know, like my sight is being trained for like detecting BS. So it's kind of like I'm getting that way about everything, you know, but I'm trying not to be like I'm trying not to be so dismissive of everything, you know. I do see that it has a lot of potential to help people. I just and I'm glad though in a way. Here's the thing I'm glad about. I'm glad that we're not all going to be living in some weird like, you know, artificial Facebook Zuckerverse thing. Like, I don't want to do that either, man. That's not gonna be cool or fun. You know what I mean? I don't know what's going on with this guy. Maybe we just give him like a. Maybe it's that. Maybe we'll just turn this thing into like a full blown comic panel. What do you say? Just normal. Maybe a little bit of that. Yeah, I know. The AI stuff has got me really down lately too. Like I'm just kind of like I don't know what's going on anymore. Sometimes I'm really like just disturbed by everything that's going on. All these companies they're just dogpiling like all this new tech and it's just getting real scary. Whoa, sorry, pal. You're coming with me. You're going in here. We're grouping you together now. What's on your mind, pal? Maybe this will be like maybe I'll do like a little situation like yeah. Let's see what happens when we have a little fun with this. Actually, I'm gonna take the ink lines out now. Right, right. And these days, anyway, I'm seeing like what I'm seeing is that like um, what I'm seeing with AI stuff is just anyway, people are. It's like the body with the immune system. Like the immune response has been activated. You know what I mean? Like the immune response is happening right now. Oops, I don't want to do that. I want to add a mask. Yeah, we'll go in with some black on the mask layer. We'll just mask this stuff. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think so too. I hope so. I want to have faith in humanity. I like all this AI stuff is really depressing sometimes. I don't even know. All right, you ready for some fun? Let's have some fun with my good old macros. All right, here we go. First of all, we better save this sketch. 23, June 24th. Tribal fish face. Tribal fish face, man. All right. Let's go. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Crap. Am I in CMYK already? What's this document? ICC profile. Yeah. Okay. There we go. All right, now let's go. Generate screens. Let's go down to like 5 pixels. That's fun. Cool. Yeah, I'm just having some fun. Seeing what comes out. Kind of like the flat colors better, but I just wanted to. It's been a while since I busted them out. I had this, I don't know. It's a long story, but yeah. Went through a bit of a phase. Actually, I think what I want to do is I want to change the colors to yellow. I want to go back to a yellow with this. So I just go to Y3. There we go. That'll work right there. Y. That looks dope. Okay. Let's try it one more time. It could be cool. It could be cool. Yeah. Let's go down to let's keep it a little bit large. Let's go 7. Lucky 7. That's fun. Maybe crop it in a little bit more. Something like that. Nah, who knows? Maybe this guy is thinking something. Maybe he's thinking about something. I don't know. I'm kind of in the mode today. I don't really want to stop, but I know I need to. I think I'm going to stop at 2 hours. Let's see here. We go white. We go black. We go like this. Give it a little bit of that. A little bit of this. I don't feel like digging out my. I've got none of. I don't have any of my custom stuff installed right now, so I don't feel like I don't really feel like digging it out. But maybe I should. Let's go with I know there are some pens that have they're made for closed curves, like this one. Yeah, maybe we'll just do that. It just doesn't have that much character. This one. Hey, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Just having a good old time. That's kind of cool. Kind of has an aged look to it. It's a little bit more in line with what I got going on already. So why don't we just stay there? A little bit of this. A little bit of that. A little bit of this. A little bit of that. Get out the old pencil. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Where are you? Where are you? Come on. Oh, the girl behind the tree pops out from behind the tree. What's up? How are you? I hope you're having a great day wherever you are. Well, great evening now, probably, because I remember you're out here in Asia with me. Let's get rid of this. Man, I'm working way too hard on this. I'm working way too hard on this thought bubble. What am I getting into right now? I don't know. I guess I'm just having fun, like nudging the nodes around, I don't know. Sorry. Sorry, guys. Sometimes you just get into like a zone. I think I just zoned out there. Who knows? What if I were to like double this up and make like a compound shape? Try to add some variation like that. To me, seems like a little bit more reasonable. What do we want to do? Where do we want to go? We want to do this. That's kind of cool. All right, wait a minute. There's a little bit of a weirdness going on there. Just do that instead. That's better. I can live with that. All right. Cool. Let's copy that. Paste style. Convert to curves. Wiggle wobble it. I feel like I'm not done with this dude yet. Okay. Cool. I feel like there needs to be some black, some more black, or maybe I just feel like I want to do some inking. Let me put another pixel layer down and go for some ink. Zelda, Breath of the Wild. Artwork in man, that game is so stunning. Yeah, man. I don't play games much these days, but I have seen that game played, and it's just stunning. What if this thing has like some kind of weird cosmic like like I don't know, like radiating um, particle emission, like essence. And I feel like there needs to be a little bit more. Where am I going with this comic pixel? Some parts need to have a little bit more. TGBTT, I got a new tablet, so like that's I'm jamming out. I picked up this Huion that I'm really digging right now. So like I'm sort of breaking it in. This is yeah, I'm really digging it. It's really cool. I'm gonna do a thorough review after a week or in about a week or so. I just need some time to like collect my thoughts and notes on it, and I'm sure I'll run into some stuff I don't quite like and things like that. But when I do, I'll try to make it as fair and balanced of a review as possible. But so far, man, I'm really, really enjoying it. It's so good. Such a good experience. Yeah, man. And I don't know. One of these days, I may have to join you in the Canvas 22 Plus Club. Um, the Canvas 22 Plus uses the Stream Dock Duck. Does it? This thing is they're touting. It's called Pentec 3.0. I think that's what they call it. Like this improved nib situation. Does the Canvas 22 Plus have the same thing? See, the thing is I don't know anything about Huion much because I've been, I've been happy with my XP pen for the most part. I just I kind of I'm growing, So I never really knew what was going on in Huion world. I did tell the story though about a long time ago. This is a really long time ago when I wanted to get a Huion tablet. I actually bought one of the first Inspiroys. I guess I don't know if it was one of the first. I can't really say that for sure. It was one with a deer on the box. Anyway, I bought it and I got it home and it just did not want to work with my MacBook Pro. Like it just didn't want to work. I installed the driver. I mean, I tried everything. Whoa, that's just weird. I don't know why I'm doing that. But it just didn't want to work. So I packed it up 3 days later, put it on Facebook Marketplace, and somebody bought it for their daughter to learn digital art. So I mean, I made my money back on it. Um, and at the time, I was still using my Gen 1 iPad Pro with the Apple Pencil 1. Um, and I wanted to try a tablet at that time, but after that experience, I just put tablets off for a while, and then recently the technology is getting to the point where I was decided that to give it a try again about a year and a half ago. Yeah, it's so good. It's so good. It's just a totally different experience. I mean, I know I'm gushing about it. Maybe it seems a little too much, but that's just the way I feel at the moment. maybe like all the little particles coming off this thing. Maybe he's in some kind of water. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just like I'm seeing this stuff in my brain. I don't know what it means or what it is. It's just coming out. A lot of people have said that. I've read a little bit about it lately. You know, a lot of people said Huion has had some serious issues, but that they're getting it together. And it looks like it to me. Maybe this thing is like, the expression on this thing's face is like, it actually makes sense. Like, oops. What if it's, what about a different eye shape? That looks kind of cool. Man, I okay, here's something that's so interesting. At the bank, when you're signing papers at the bank these days in Korea, all the banks they have they have Wacom screens. It's like it looks to me like they're using like Wacom ones or but they're older versions of the technology. I don't even know what it is. It's like some kind of corporate deal or whatever. But it says Wacom on it, and the pen is Wacom, and it's so wobbly and just gnarly, man. It's just really awful, and it's just like the most budget tablet situation you can get. And it's weird to me when I ever go there. I kind of laugh because I'm just like, what is this? Like, they must have, make these specifically so banks don't have to like use so much paper or something like that. I don't know. It's pretty wild. I understand what you're saying about the laughability. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like this is pretty Instagrammable, I guess. I don't have much else to do to it. I think there's a point when you can overpaint a painting, I just want to keep adding stuff to it that maybe I don't necessarily need to add. What if this is Orko? What if this is like He-Man the Movie 2 with Dolph Lundgren, the reboot? Okay, no. It's He-Man the reboot starring Dolph Lundgren still, and this is like the concept art for Orko. All right, maybe I'm going too far. I'm sorry. This overall technology of what they put in the Huion Canvas Plus is cheaper and better than Cintiq 16 in terms of screen clarity and color presentation. That last one got me, man. And make better, more affordable products to incentivize product loyalty. Like, that's the model. All this other crap that all these companies are doing with subscriptions and just overpricing their products and stuff like that, it's wrong. That's the model. Incentivize product loyalty. I feel like that's what Affinity is getting right. I feel like I want to draw more lines. So I am drawing more lines. To what purpose? I don't know. Is the creature underwater? Is it not underwater? I don't know. And then maybe we have some, maybe it's time to add some action. Maybe I needed this thing to like pop up. It seems like the head, oops, the head just is like popping up from some kind of a alertness. Like, I don't know. Don't know how to describe it with my lines, maybe. I need something short. I need something short and quick. Distance. Let's go even smaller. Let's go 5. Okay. Wow. Okay, I see. Here's something interesting. Check this out. It's off topic, but it's on topic for drawing and like just tips and tricks and stuff like that. If you're using distance controller with a brush, your speed also affects the way the distance is calculated. So like right now, I'm using this javelin brush that I made, which is basically it just paints this spike no matter what based on the distance. The max distance is set to 9, right? I guess it didn't take my change a minute ago, but that's actually very nice for me. So watch what happens. If I do a really fast stroke, it actually delays the computation of that distance. But if I do a very slow, controlled stroke, the distance is calculated very clearly. And then what happens if I'm curious now, I'm going to go into precision mode with my new tablet action. What happens when I use precision mode? Can I even... Whoa. Guys, look at that. That is so interesting. The slower I draw, that distance is calculated differently. That's kind of interesting. Oh yeah, precision mode. Okay, hold on. I want to get in here and okay, wait a minute. Maybe I need to. Okay, so what I really want is something like this, really thin. Close. All right, still in precision mode here. I wonder, man, I've got so many questions now. What if I hold shift? Okay, so that creates a little bit of an issue, but I'm not really feeling where this is going. So maybe there's no motion. Maybe this thing is just, or maybe if I create the motion. I don't know. I'm a little burned. I've hit a fatigue level of 100%. Oh, and we're 10 minutes past the 2-hour mark. Oh man, this has been so fun. It was. I think I should probably call it a night. Get with my wife, wind down a little bit. Man, let's see. Well, yeah, man. You know what? I'm thinking like, what if that's the reason that they rolled out the Wacom One? I mean, wasn't that just like 3 years ago? Maybe that came out 3 years ago. I want to say 4 years ago now. Maybe 2021, 2021. Um, that's when they rolled that out. So I'm thinking to myself, maybe they had to roll that out as a response to their losing market space because these cheap, more affordable tablets are jumping into the market and just sort of like, why would anybody pay for the lowest end Wacom tablet when they could pay just a little more and get a much better, more affordable tablet and not have to pay an arm and a leg? It's the same reason why people aren't paying subscriptions for Adobe. Yeah, crazy bare bones. Yeah, man. Well, uh, Stream Doc Dog. Let's see who's still in here. I don't know who all's in here. Um, Stream Doc Dog. Maybe Decepticon still hanging around. TGBTT. It's time for me to round it up. Get on out of here. Exactly. Exactly. Uh Stream Doc, wait for it. The I'll do a review on this thing. It's just going to take me a week or two to put it all together, and I really do want to like sort of collect all my thoughts and get a lot more experience with it. But the review's coming. I see. Thanks to everybody for dropping by. All right, man. Be good. You guys take care, and keep working hard and keep staying positive. We'll see you in the next one. It was a good one. This was a good one. I had a lot of fun. The conversation was chef's kiss. Take care. Cheers.